About the Aba Women riot. In 1929, thousands of women in the southeastern Nigeria rose up against British colonial rule. It wasn't just a protest, it became one of the world's most powerful acts of resistance in African history. This was the famous AbaWomensWar, also known as Ogu Umwanyi. At the time, the British ruled Nigeria using a system called the indirect rule. They appointed men known as warrant chiefs to control the people. But in Igbo and Ibibio societies, women had always played strong political roles. This system pushed women aside and resentment began to grow. On top of that, the economy was getting harder, palm oil prices were falling, and people feared the British because they feared they were planning to tax women directly. The final spark started in the town of Oloko. A census official told a widow named Nwanyeruwa to count her livestock and property. She refused, arguing that women should not be taxed. The confrontation spread quickly. She called on other women, and within days, thousands were mobilized. What followed was extraordinary. Women from across Igbo and Ibibio lands gathered in large numbers. They sang, danced, banged on doors, and performed a traditional form of protest known as sitting on a man. They surrounded the homes of corrupt chiefs, mocked them, and demanded change. Soon, the protest grew into direct action. Women attacked native courts, broke into factories, and even released prisoners. Colonial authorities were shocked by the scale of the uprising. The British responded with force. Soldiers opened fire on the women in several towns. By the time it was over, around 50 to 60 women had been killed, with many more injured or arrested. But the women's courage left a permanent mark. The colonial government was forced to review the system of warrant chiefs and eventually allow women to take part in local governance. The AbaWomensWar also inspired future generations of Nigerian activists, showing that women were not silent in the struggle for justice and independence. The AbaWomensWar of 1929 was more than a protest. It was a movement that redefined women's power in Nigeria's history. A reminder that when women rise, they can shake even the strongest. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel to see more videos.